On Answers for Living today, we want to look at what can help us follow the Lord well. So we go to Acts chapter 16 and we visit a town called Berea. And Paul goes to Berea to spread the gospel. And as his tradition, if there was a synagogue in the town, he would go to the synagogue first because there he could interact with the people freely. And the scripture says, now the Berean Jews were more noble character than those of Thessalonica, for they received the message with great eagerness and examined the scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. Now notice the scripture says that the Bereans were more noble. Otherwise, they received the message with eagerness, and then they examined that message by looking at the scriptures. So these Jews who listened in the synagogue basically said, we've heard what you've said, Paul, but let us examine the scriptures that we have to see if you're telling us the truth. So they were open, but they weren't gullible. And they wanted to trust Paul, but they needed to verify his message that Christ was truly the Messiah. Then the text goes on and says, and as a result, many of them believed, as did also the number of prominent Greek women and many Greek men. What can we learn from the Berean people that will help us follow the Lord well? And here's the first thing. Search the scriptures and check it out for yourself. Verse 11 said, they received the message with great eagerness, and they examined the scriptures every day to see if what Paul said was true. Now, I've already said it. They were open, but they weren't gullible. And they trusted, but they wanted to verify. People, we are to have a reasoned faith, not a blind faith, because we know how God has worked, we know what he has done, and we know what he's commanded. And in light of that, I'm willing to step out in faith into even the unknown. But there's no value in moving out into the unknown or taking a leap of faith into the unknown unless God has clearly led us. Check the scriptures. Don't believe everything you hear. But also remember to search the scriptures for what is true, not just to find verses to support your viewpoint.